Hello and welcome back to Herald and Hearth. My name is Auntie A, and today I will be doing a reading that at this point I'm not quite sure, but I do think that it might be a continuation, part 2 of an earlier reading that I just did. And I've just been led to put away the other cards and start here. So if you feel led, if you feel in your spirit that that video may be for you, I will link it down below, but please do not feel as if you have to watch that. If you were led here, if this found you, if you're feeling the resonance, resonating with the same energy of this video, then welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm excited to have you here. The energy earlier was so wonderful, and I am so looking forward to continuing diving into this. So, let's see what we're going to start with here. We're going to start with tarot, and this is a favorite deck of mine. Let's see. Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, and guardians, thank you for being with us today. Thank you for stewarding this message as it gets to those who need to hear it exactly when they need to. Take a breath. First thing I'm hearing, take a breath. Yeah, things might have been feeling really busy lately. Things might have been feeling very intense lately. But you are being asked to take a seat. I'm feeling a very grandmotherly energy. I'm feeling the sense of like maybe a grandmother who you used to spend time with, and she would sit in that one particular chair. Oh, woo! Ooh, you see, I'm not sure if you saw the way that flipped out, but my, that was lots of exciting energy. Okay, so, oh, I'm sure you can, if you can see the card, you already know it, but there's something about this. Okay, whew. Man, your spear team is so excited. Let me just say that. They are like giddy. They are giddy that you're here. Oh my gosh, it's like they've been waiting to give you this thing, and it's like you're going to your grandma's house, and your grandma's so excited to see you, and you're so excited to see your grandma, and you are arriving, and it's like she throws open the door to come give you the biggest hug and to give you this thing, this love, this energy. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a beautiful energy. We have so it's the Ace of Cups. An open palm. You don't have to act. This isn't an action that you need to take. This is an excitement. This is like a grandmother arriving and seeing you arrive, and I'm hearing pouring you a tall one. Maybe your grandma likes to make you a drink when you arrive. That's quite funny. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so I'm going to take this one. We're not going to look at it yet. I'm going to set it right here because it's kind of like it flicked into my hand, but it didn't turn over. So I think we're going to hold that there for a moment. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, interesting. We've got the Queen of Wands. So I'm feeling a little bit like this is the energy that you and this grandmother share, you know. Wow, very specific. But this energy of kind of sitting back in your power, sitting back, relaxing, knowing you're guided, noting that your intuition is oh, it's on point. Interesting. What's the bottom of the deck here? Oh my gosh, look at this. So bottom of the deck. Okay, so I'll let you look at this while I explain. I'm so excited. So this card, this set of cards that I have in particular is this guy here. Oops. So it is a Smith-Waite Tarot deck, but it's a Centennial Edition deck. And it has two different cards in it, this being one of them, of Art by Pamela Coleman Smith. And this card I have left in along with the other because it has come to mean something very particular to me. So for me, when this card comes out, personally, I think of my great-grandmother. she was somebody who used to sit in her particular chair. I used to be the one who was sitting at her feet. She taught me how to knit, and she is somebody who I loved and still do love very, very dearly. She's passed on now, but that's the energy that this card brings me. Now, you may have felt a little bit like the odd one out when it came to familial settings. You may have felt a little bit like this figure here, a little bit dark, a little bit dreary, a little bit maybe unseen. And this grandmotherly energy is coming through to say, hey, I see you. Come sit with me. Come. It's like she's extending her hand to you. And she's saying, take my hand. All you got to do is take my hand. See, we have this extension of the hand here, an offer. Come with me. Come with me. It's beautiful. It's so exciting. Yeah. So we have the Hierophant in reverse. The Hierophant often represents, and in this case particularly I'm feeling, represents old power structures. The way that I'm hearing the way that your family gatherings used to go. Ooh, maybe family gatherings for you are not something that are super exciting or even very good. Maybe they've been rough in the past for various reasons. I'm reminded of that quote that says, every unhappy family is unhappy in their own way. And I think that every family has their moments, and some are in healthier spaces than others. It doesn't mean nobody can grow. And this is a case where I feel like this grandmotherly energy is so excited because you are taking the keys from where they were sat, and you are taking them and unlocking a new way of being. And your spirit team, your ancestors are so excited because this was a pattern of being that has existed I'm hearing, in your family line for a long time. Maybe it was a tradition, a way of understanding, a way of, what's the word? Not delineating. Kind of a centralization of power. Oof. Yeah, a centralization of power in your family, and in the way that your family interesting. It's like there's this energy that kind of wants me to shut my mouth. And I know when there's an energy that wants me to shut my mouth, I got to speak up even louder, because unless that energy is that divine knowing, I know that it's not me, and I know that there's a reason that I don't want to say it. So maybe you felt like you can't speak your mind. Maybe you felt like you can't be confident, sit in your power. And Spirit is saying that is over. Not even just it's a part of the wheel that's going to turn and return. No, this is over. This is the completion of a cycle. A very old cycle, a very old way of understanding. And maybe that's making you feel a bit of an odd one out. Yeah, maybe it's making you feel defensive. Maybe it's making you feel overly defensive. And there are things that you've probably learned from your battles and the things that you've gone through that have made you a wiser and more experienced person. And experience is always an asset. But there's also a balance that is held with the what is this? Yeah, the nine of wands. There's a balance that has to be held here. You have to be able to balance your experience and the knowledge that you have from the life that you've lived, the wisdom that you've acquired, with being able to understand where paranoia hits. Okay? And this old cycle of being paranoid, of being unbalanced, is done. I'm even putting it under here because it feels so much like that's part of that old cycle that's just done. You can trust your experience. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so this is the other card. Remember how I said that there was 2 different cards? This is the other one. 7 birds. This one's a bit of a different one. This one for me is not as exact of an energy. However, when I see it, I see a gentleness to it. I see a tenderness. I see a woman standing in her own strength. And that doesn't need to mean that you have to be a woman for this reading to be about you. I think what that is I'm thinking the strength card has a woman on it, and she is strong not because of her ability to enact violence. She's strong enough to be gentle. And that's what I'm getting from this. I'm getting this sense of you understanding that you are strong enough to move differently now. To set up your boundaries. See how she's got her hand up there? She says, this is my boundary. This is it. You can be gentle. You can be easy with that. You can move in grace, and there will be people who love watching you move in grace. And there will be, that's how you bring the right people into your life, is by, finding that space within you of divine knowing and understanding that, bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords. So understanding that there is great capacity in that knowing for doing good and doing evil, for creating joy or for harm. Back of the hand suggests that this is action that you take. So when it comes to the way that you're moving in the world, you're moving in a new way. And you've been working for a long time to move like this. You didn't even think you could. And the universe is, your ancestors specifically, in this case, I believe, is saying, nah, that's done. And oh my gosh, are we proud of you? Because that, my goodness, because that has been a cycle that's affected a bunch of us. Oh, and we are so proud of you. So proud of you for all of this work that you've done. You felt alone. You never have been. Not once have we abandoned you. So what is the, oh goodness. Okay, so we have 3 here. So I'm going to leave those there. I think this is going to go here. Or start with this. Oh, you guys. The 4 of Wands. You're arriving something. You're arriving somewhere. That could be literal or figurative. You have arrived somewhere new. So the 4 of Wands, force is brought up into being. It is planned on and considered. And then you take the figure steps out into this new journey on the 3rd card. And in the 4th, they have arrived. And that doesn't mean that you're stepping into like 10 of Pentacles immediately, like right this second. But what this is saying is, in this now moment, that you are here right now, breathing, being, existing. Oh, I'm tapping this card too. So yeah, that's you, man. That is you. You are breathing and being and existing. You've arrived. And it's time to celebrate that. It's time to celebrate yourself. It's time to have confidence in that and know, oh, that old cycle's gone. I don't live there anymore. I don't live there anymore. That old cycle's gone. Oh, no, wait, that was supposed to go here. There we go. That's why it wouldn't fit. Okay. That old cycle is gone. And you're being urged to celebrate. There's 2 dancing figures here. There's a new community here. Whew. I feel like these 3 cards came out here for a reason, so we're going to look at them all together. Interesting. Interesting. Pardon me while I just sit with that a moment. You have learned how to look at your life and look at your surroundings and look at what you were given where there was a lack of clarity and understanding and control of your emotions, you will take that and turn it. Where there was a lack of abundance, a lack of stability, you will take that and turn it. And where there is a lack of ability to come together in cohesion, to create in reality what you have been working on. We have the figure working, we have a clergy member who's commissioned this piece, and we have the patron. It's coming together, everything that you need to make what you need. And what I feel like the reason that it came out in reverse and it wasn't supposed to stay in reverse is because you are the figure of power in your own life. You no longer give your power away. You no longer sit in victim mentality. You understand that when things happen to you that are outside of your control, that you are allowed to grieve, you are allowed to feel, you are allowed to go through, but you have not let it make you hardened. And that's why your ancestors are so excited. That's why they're so excited to support you in creating this new abundance, both physically in the world, in many very tangible ways, and in emotional ways. I'm going to tuck those here so we remember that this is a tripartite spot. Very interesting. And both the sense of regality we're getting again with Queen and King. This is no like Page of Wands energy. Like this is some very powerful energy. Like I hope you're not sitting here and listening to this and thinking, oh yeah, well, it's nice to hear that the old cycle's gone. I guess I'll figure it out as I go along. What are you doing? That ain't gonna cut it, I'm hearing. Spirit's telling me that ain't gonna cut it anymore. You can't talk like that about yourself anymore. Because it isn't true, and you know it's not true. So are you gonna sit in it, and are you gonna repeat that mental cycle, and are you gonna repeat those things to yourself over and over and over again? Or are you gonna turn them up and over, take your power back in whatever way you're able to for your highest good and the good of all the people around you, but understanding that doing what's in the highest good for yourself, following what truly where your spirit is led, and allowing yourself to be challenged, allowing yourself to be wrong, allowing yourself to grow, and then becoming more stable in so many ways in your life, and in a way that's co-creative with both the universe and spirit and the reality of the physical world around us, but also with each other. This gift I'm hearing, and it is a gift, it feels like your ancestors have been waiting for an opportunity to give this to you, and it's like they've been waiting lifetimes to finally bestow this. They've waited a really long time for you. Breathe in. Breathe out. Feel that energy. Because if you're here, I know you're feeling it. Let's find out what goes here. Maybe you're being asked to take a moment of stillness, away from paranoia, away from being afraid that you're gonna jump the wrong way. I don't feel like that's supposed to come out. I feel like that's a fear. I feel like you've had this long-standing belief that you are not capable of sticking the landing. And that's part of the old cycle that's gone. The old structures that held you and kind of nurtured you into that understanding of yourself and the world. Whoa. The old structures, let me repeat that again. The old structures that nurtured you and shaped you into who you are and into this understanding of yourself and the world, what I was going to say as this fell out, are falling apart. This is not a tower in your life. This is a tower in something way bigger that's had its energetic little fingers all up in this business for way too long. And this is falling apart. Actually, it has crumbled. It has crumbled. That's why the world is here. It has crumbled. This old way of doing, this old way of being, this paranoia that you lived your life through the lens of is gone. And now it's your choice to sit in your power and to be mindful that of fear when it comes up in your life. Trusting your ability to understand, to feel through, and to be stable as you do. Oh my gosh, I was flipping through and I wasn't sure why, because I knew I wasn't to pull a card, and then I looked at the back of the deck. Look again. You guys, your ancestors are freaking amped. Like, they're like, we have so much for you. Cut the deck to 7 of Cups. We have so much for you. You're going to be overwhelmed, but you have to choose to be here and now in yourself, in this moment, in your power, for us to give that to you. And you're here. You've arrived. So do it. Be here now. You are being here now. 2202 on the clock. 6. I'm thinking of the 6 of Pentacles. You know, let us help you. Let us show you how easy this can be. This old cycle of hardship and I'm hearing terror. It's over. It's done. Okay. I'm being led to this deck. So I think we're going to pull a few decks. I'm not led to pull this yet, so we're going to leave it. We're going to go into, oh, here we are. The question for the Witch's Wisdom deck, I believe this is called, or the Witch's Wisdom Tarot. So I feel like this one is a compass moving this way, and maybe this one will be a reflection of this past. Ooh, my goodness. Okay, hold on. I think this is gonna go here, and I think we'll lay this one. I think it's gonna come over here. I think we're gonna put this here. Okay, all right. Lots of energy. Wonderful energy. So I am still familiarizing myself with this deck. That's why I was only going to get 2 cards, but I pulled 3. So we're going to start with the Shaman, 13. And I believe I know what this is, but I am going to just check because, hey, no harm in still learning. We're always still learning. I'm a lifelong student and proud of it. So nothing wrong with that. And maybe that's a message for you too. Maybe, you know, you got to be a little bit gentler with yourself and remember that, hey, we're all still learning. It doesn't matter how old you are. I don't care. Doesn't matter. We are always learning. I sometimes think of that, what was it? The studies that talk about your brain not being done developing until you're 25, and the fact that that study capped out at 25-year-olds. So take that as you will, but I believe we're lifelong learners. And so let's now, as I've finally found this page, of course it's this one. All right. Okay. I'm letting myself understand this. Yeah, okay. The pilgrim is ready. You're ready. You have arrived. So I'm seeing this is the past, this is the present, and this is the future now. Not some distant future, the future now. Right? So a teacher has appeared. And maybe that's literal in your life. If it is, that is so exciting. But the more important part is you are ready to step into this new version of trust. In yourself, in the universe, in your rhythm. And you're guided. You're guarded. You have a teacher. You're balancing all of these different aspects of self. And I feel like your ancestors are saying, let us walk with you. Let us teach you. We're so excited for you. So in the past, oh yes, okay. So I'm not sure, let me see. Okay, I think we're okay to have that on, but just in case, I am going to set this right here. So, there we are. So, the Witch of Water. Now, I flipped it up for you so you can kind of see a little bit of it, but actually, you know what? Here, this is what I'll do. We'll just go like this. Cover, just you know, for YouTube, and if there are younger people, you know, don't want to be disrespectful. But the Witch of Water, I believe, is the Page of Cups. So let me double check that. Again, thank you for your patience while I make sure. Yes, okay, so it is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups reversed. So the Witch of Water is reversed. What that means in the context of this reading for me, you, and maybe a long line of your ancestors, I'm hearing, take it as it resonates, have been kind of blocked off from an inner knowing, an inner feeling, an ability to feel and receive abundance. The ability to know yourself. Let me put this down a little bit. There we go. And it's kind of funny that, you know, in this particular case, in this particular spot, it's the rocks even on top of it. And I'm even just hearing like, it's buried. That old block, gone. Gone. We don't even have to keep talking about it because it's gone. Oh my goodness. 8 of Fire, 8 of Wands, 8 of Force. Wow. And in this case, look at this family of monkeys. That's kind of a great, I feel like it's kind of your ancestors coming through, like just giddy and excited and like looking over this path that they know is laid out for you, and they know that you can't quite see it yet, but they're like, hey, trust us, come on, let's go, we're taking you with us. This is exciting, big energy, excitable energy. Let's get one more. I'm feeling another one. Can we get a little bit of insight on what's falling apart here? We have some insight on the old ways of the old paradigms, the old understandings. I'd like to get a little bit of insight into this space here. What exactly crumbled that is going to unblock this, that has unblocked this? Every time I say it, every time I say it in the wrong tense, Spirit is correcting me. How is this unblocking? There it is. Okay. Oh, yes. The craftsman of the earth. Yes. Oh, yeah. Okay. So what is unblocking? What has unblocked? What has ruined the foundations of this way of being that is not meant to exist and continue forward, has been your joy, your hope in letting go, your creative chaos. This wild, uncontrollable joy and magic within you that you just couldn't deny. It looks scary maybe to some people, but it didn't feel frightening. And that's what matters. This to me is not a frightening card. And at one point in my life, it absolutely would have been. And that's how I feel it is for you. You are seeing with new eyes. And in that seeing, you are celebrating, you are feeling. I'm feeling led to pick up this middle card now. Ooh, hold on. I'm hearing it's literally been drawn out like a poison. Yeah. This has been drawn out like a poison and is being drawn out right now. Right now. Not tomorrow, not a month from now, not a year from now. Right now. You have arrived. And while you maybe even it's late at night, maybe you're struggling to sleep. I know I certainly have been. My goodness, I was up all night last night. No wonder this is coming out. And you don't need to be afraid anymore. If you wake in the middle of the night, you don't need to panic. Because this excitement from your ancestors, this overflow of excitement, this overflow of well-deserved abundance and love emotionally and emotional fulfillment is coming through. And you're being asked to remember you've arrived. I'm being led to the herbology deck. I had pulled it out. I wasn't sure when we were going to use it, but now's the time, I suppose. Oh, hold on. I need to face these properly. My goodness, I've got all kinds of things happening here. I suppose I'm taking this reading a little bit for myself too. And we are still learning how to do this, so I'm going to write that up. Here we go. I'm going to flip this over. Here we are. Yeah, I'm just going to put that on top of it. Because it's gone. It is gone. You are building a new path. You're building a new way. And all you're being asked to do is arrive right here, right now. Yeah, you are protected. There is a pocket of protection around you. There is no need to worry. There is no need to fear. You are being protected. You're being guided. Oh, yeah, this is a resurrection. This is not just like a small transit in your life. You feel like you have been like fully reborn. Oh, how exciting. You're a light in the dark. It's like you are resurrecting in this now moment. And your ancestors are just awaiting on the others, awaiting right here for when that, as this process is happening. They're waiting right here. They're right with you. Yeah, find grace for yourself. Absolutely. Find grace for this present moment, this inability to sleep maybe. Find grace for the human part of you that is processing all of this. Yeah, flow the ways of water. Flow. White willow, very magical tree. The white willow teaches us how to flow, how to move with water. Inner sanctum. You've arrived in this new place where there is so much life. You have found that place within you that is safe on its own. Yeah, just be. You've realized that just being is your inner sanctum, is your peace. Being present. Yeah, okay. Wow, this is incredible. So you have learned, not only are you learning how to find grace, not only have you cultivated this inner sanctum, this place of peace within you, not only are you learning how to flow like water, to take up the space that you're in, you're learning how to just be. Just be. Be in your power. You're not alone in this. We are one. We are all one. And because we are all one, there is nothing truly to fear. We are one. Do you have any more messages, guides, guardians, angels, and ancestors? Whoa. I suppose so. What needs mending? I think you've been asking yourself this. I think you've been in the chrysalis. And I think that maybe you're just like in that old cycle, that old way of being is gone. But the new way of being is still just a little bit forming. You're still finding grace. You're still learning how to flow, how to grow. So what needs mending? Maybe your boundaries need mending or needed mending. Maybe, look at your life and look at the places where you have maybe abandoned yourself or put yourself last. Look at what needs to be mended within yourself. Because when you are aware, we can move with that knowing. And there is this new way of knowing, right? You're trusting yourself. Yeah, so you're integrating all of these decks. Funny. Also that. You're integrating this energetically, emotional, physical kind of build space where your emotions and the reality around you and what you're feeling are all coming into integration. This is happening in the future now. And you can tap into that as we move forward, right? You can always tap into, the part of you that is here and now. Heart's home. Yeah, you can always tap into your heart's home. You can always tap into that place inside of you. That place where your inner divinity resides. Because that is what is replacing the old way. Exuberant quietude fell over the craftsmen of earth. Maybe your creative chaos, maybe you've held it back for too long and you're being asked to just be, just glow, shine. It doesn't matter if other people are scared of it. If you are following the truth within you and the spirit within you and being mindful of your impact on others, if somebody tells you what you're doing is scary, you can nod and you can be in your exuberant quietude. You don't have to apologize. Because you are, not only have you done a lot of work, you are currently doing work. You understand that you can be wrong. You pay attention. 3939. 1212. 336. Maybe you've been seeing a lot of sixes. Center and ground. Come back to your heart space. Come back to what you were defending instead of your defensiveness and your defenses. Come back to your center. Just be. Trust your roots. Yeah. That's so funny. So tough love came out, lavender, which is kind of an interesting combination. You know, lots of people think of lavender and they think of something very gentle and sleepy and soft. I've never experienced lavender like that. Lavender to me is quite a pungent, astringent smell. And it's very powerful. There's kind of this sense that you are being protected. I'm seeing you as this hair right down here, and your ancestors coming up as this great lion. Not even like clouding you in protection, but like jumping up and saying, that old way of being, those old foundations, we're not going to let them sit there anymore. Your ancestors do not play about you. And you know it. You know it. Yeah, for the shaman, and we have crack open. See your petals, see your thorns. Love them all. Yeah, and for this final one, where there was a blockage, where there was a way that could not be gone through, now there is a fresh start. My goodness. What a powerful, incredible reading. Bravo to you. Truly. This energy, like, this wouldn't even be happening without you. For you, in your life. And you know it. If you're still here, you know, why would you still be here if you weren't feeling it, right? 42 minutes in. My goodness. Yeah. Okay. These aren't going down, but you are literally cloaked in a mantle, like a cloak, a cape with a hood. You're cloaked in a mantle, as if your ancestors and guardians have created this like root system around you to protect you, and you have been doing that work with them and flowing in those spaces with them and with that energy. Trust your own fortitude and trust your own divinity. Persevere knowing that that incredible energy is all within you. It's your time to shine. It's your time to shine. You can probably hear my dog drinking water. I apologize if that bothers you as a sound at all, but I can't exactly make her stop drinking. That would be mean, right? So she's clearly very thirsty. And hey, if we're 43 minutes in and you haven't drank any water, you should probably drink water. Yeah, tap your resources. Tap your roots. I'm laughing because the dog drank water for so long, but I'm seeing spirit be like, yeah, drink deep. Tap your resources. Make a really hearty stew. Right now in the northern hemisphere where I am, it's going down into the heart of winter. We're stepping towards wintertime, and that is a time of nourishment. We're mammals as humans, and mammals do a lot of eating and sleeping and resting. They go into something similar to torpor, and it's okay to rest. It's okay to rest. Why am I flipping through cards, Spirit? Tell me what's up. I thought we were done. Okay. Yeah, this is coming in quick. You have no idea. Like, the moment that you sit in this inner sanctum of peace and divinity and knowing, the moment you find grace for this yourself, the moment you're able to just like flow and feel 4444 on the clock, exactly as I said that, that is the moment all of this comes in. this moment right here and now. You might not see it like physically in front of you yet, but boy, oh boy, is it coming. Remember how I said I cut the deck to a 7 of Cups? Yeah, oh my gosh, you guys, you have no idea. You have no idea. Yeah. Spirit's like, you're gonna have to, you're gonna feel like you're gonna have to, you know, get up and jump and run. You might have an initial sense of like, ooh, I gotta tamp down a little bit. I'm too excited. Nope. Those old cycles are gone. Sorry, that came out in reverse. You don't have to like be all still and stoic to receive this, you know, right? Like you can have fun with it. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh my gosh. You're no longer planning. You're stepping forward into your legacy, away from a sense of lack. Where there have been secrets and spoilers when it came to like understanding what Spirit was trying to get you towards, Spirit is saying, hello, we're getting you here. We're getting you to the 10 of Cups. My goodness. You're the king of, you know, King of Cups, 10 of Cups. You guys, 9 of Cups, 7 of Cups. It's coming in so fast. Yeah, the old is gone. The old is absolutely dead and gone. You have no idea how dead and gone it is. Actually, this came up earlier today with some other people, and I got, there was something that came through that I have never gotten before when it came to the 10 of Swords. And I heard, don't go back to that old way of being, because it's like a dog going back to their sick. And I am so sorry. I know that that's kind of a gross way to put it, but that is the way it came through. And that's kind of what I'm thinking now is like, you, like, don't even bother looking back. Don't even bother. Yeah. Where you felt like things were taking from you and taking from your energy, you now understand how to put your boundaries in place. Yeah, you've been working so hard. And now Spirit is saying, like, this is the time where you learn how to be. Ooh, gosh, energy so much. I was just gonna say, I feel like there's another one. Oh my gosh. You guys, the Emperor. Do you see this? Oh my gosh. You are coming into the driver's seat of your own life. You are coming into your own self-divinity. Why is this flipped up? Oh my gosh. We have, whoa, okay. Whoa. Like half the deck is flipped up. Okay, that's too many. Sorry. That's, oh gosh. You might feel like all of this might be too much. Like really, truly, you might actually get really overwhelmed by this. And Spirit is saying like, sit in your power, trust your feelings, trust your intuition, be excited. Oh my word, you guys are not gonna believe what just flipped out. Oh my god, the Empress. Sit back. Seriously. Sit back and look at all of this. What a powerful shift. Congratulations. Congratulations. Bottom of the deck, the Chariot. You're moving forward. You're out of here. You are resurrecting into a new timeline, maybe, if that resonates for you. You are resurrecting into a new way of being. And I am so excited for you. And good gosh, so are your ancestors, your guides, your guardians. I feel like there's a celebration happening. And they're just asking you to sit still for a second so you can feel it. So be gentle with yourself. Find grace. Just be like water. Flow. Thank you for being here with me today. I don't feel like there's another card to pull here because truly pulling the Emperor and then the Empress and the Chariot. Wow. Wow. Thank you so much for being with me today. Thank you so much for sharing your energy and being willing to sit through this wonderful message with me, being willing to hear, to be still, and to trust your own inner knowing. I think that's perfectly it. My name is Auntie A. This has been Herald Hearth, and thank you for being here. Have a wonderful day.